Welcome to Thoughts from the Mentally Ill. And today we're going to be discussing the Women's March that's supposed to take place on March 8th. Women, feminists, we need to talk. You have once again lost your shit. You don't know what the fuck reality is anymore. Claim to be the most oppressed thing on the planet, yet you don't understand what oppression truly is. Or in a first world country that panders to your every fucking whim. When men have issues, we try to resolve them. We try to talk about them, but feminists shut down those meetings. But women, you get to take a day off work and march down and claim that you have it so bad, even though men make up the majority of the police force, men make up the majority of the firefighters. When your electricity goes out, guess who comes to help you? Most likely. When your house is being backed up with sewage, who wades through it, stop the problem, cleans it up? When your furnace goes out or your central air and all of the things that you need to either survive or live comfortably, who's there waiting underneath a house in the dirt? Who's it most likely going to be? A man or a woman? When you put gas into your vehicle that gives you the luxury to go any place you want, who most likely made sure that gas was produced and gets to you? Or, well, not produced, but refined and gets to you. Any guesses? Each of those cases is at least an 80% chance that it's going to be a man, at least in the United States. I mean, when you need protecting, who comes to you? Like, if a man, if you're in a relationship with a man, and this is to the ladies out there, if you're in a relationship with a man and he starts to attack you in public, you have to wait for police to step in typically? No. Because everyone will jump in. There's been social experiments about that at least half a dozen times about how society reacts to this. But when a woman was beating a man, no one helped him. Society actually laughed at him. There was a police officer standing right there, did nothing. So what the fuck are you actually marching about? Like, I swear to God, you need my meds. You don't know what the fuck is. I don't know if the meds are making me better, and I'm starting to realize what the fuck's going on. But you are retarded. Like, you are so far off the goddamn beaten path of what reality is. It amazes me. I actually saw this woman, and true, this is true. This woman in a room saying, women need this march because a judge in Oklahoma said it was okay for a man to rape an unconscious woman that he found. No, no. Society, the entire, everyone I could think of, anyone I saw talk on the subject, was outraged at him only getting I think it was 6 months or less in jail. Like, everyone was outraged. It wasn't men, it wasn't women, it wasn't white, it wasn't black, it was everyone. Everyone was saying this is fucked up. All right? So society as a whole agrees to that, and one guy made one dumbass decision. You're gonna march on that? But here's the thing. Let's see. On average, women receive less than half the time a man does for the same crime. Are you marching to stop that shit? Out of curiosity. Because if you have the audacity to say you're marching because of what the judge in Oklahoma did and the injustice in crime, the injustice in that crime, what about women? See what women, and especially white women in America, seem to fail to realize: you are the most privileged, protected class in the fucking world. We're like, oh, but there aren't women in Fortune 500 company CEO positions. There are. There aren't that many, but you ever wonder why? Choice. They choose not to go up that far on the ladder, or they choose, or to not go into the political field. That's why there's not as many women doing it. It doesn't interest them. But, huh. Now, what is going to happen with this march? Could a bunch of more women join the political spectrum? Absolutely. But here's the thing, if they do that and they all get in, doesn't that mean that you weren't actually oppressed in the first place? It was all choice and you just basically did this shit to yourself? Because that's exactly what the fuck's going to happen. Because if more women decide to get into the political game and they all start running, more women will get elected. And then you're going to have to come to the conclusion that your entire thesis was complete and utter fucking bullshit. You sit there and bitch and whine about how bad you have it and how President Trump is trying to take away your rights. What fucking right is he trying away? Do you have a right to abortion? Absolutely. Do you have a right to abortion at taxpayer expense? Fuck no. It says nowhere near that anywhere in any fucking law. All it says is that you have the right and it's legal to get an abortion. It doesn't say that anyone has to fucking fund it for you. So as long as you can get to an abortion clinic and you can get the procedure done if you want to, that's it. That's the legality of it. But if you're bitching about Planned Parenthood getting defunded, what is the whole basis for that? Is it because they're giving out birth control? Is it because they're giving out gynecological checks? You. It's because they do abortions. And a lot of the people still consider that immoral. And you feel that you're fucking entitled to it. So instead of saying, hey, let's not do abortions at Planned Parenthood anymore, we'll have a separate thing for that. We can privately fund that. We can raise money for that charity wise, which is illegal about that. No. Oh, the whole world's against you and men are evil and Trump's out to get you. No, here's the problem with that too. Trump is a jackass Oompa Loompa, but he's elected, right? He hasn't done anything unconstitutional. He hasn't done anything to jeopardize anyone's rights. No matter how much you try to spin reality to make it so. Like, I don't particularly like the guy, but at least he's not exactly the snake in the grass that the opposition was. So, other than hating Trump just for that, I mean, let's say Trump does actually do something stupid in the next few years. Because you constantly crying wolf and saying that he's the devil and he's doing all this and he's trying to oppress minorities and he's trying to oppress women and all this other shit, uh, what happens when he actually does something stupid? You will have cried wolf, no one's going to fucking believe you, and then we're going to be in deep shit. Because in about a year or two, everyone's going to fucking tune you out. Like, it's what kills me about this is like, you want to march, really? Because what if men did the same fucking thing? What if men decided, actually looked at their situation and went, we're actually getting a pretty raw fucking deal here. We make up the majority of the workplace deaths because we work the longest hours, stress ourselves out, and die. We put ourselves in the most dangerous positions and jobs on the planet. And then you wonder why men get paid more? That's because they're going into the more dangerous, well-paying fields. Or they're going into the sciences, which women still aren't flocking to, interesting enough, even though they have every fucking benefit and every fucking incentive there is on the goddamn planet to do so. You see what I'm saying here? Just the level of stupid that you don't know what the fuck reality is. You don't realize how fucking good you have it. And you have the audacity to sit there and act like you're fucking oppressed. Why? Because society doesn't bend your every fucking whim? Because you have to pay taxes on tampons? Really? That's your big beef with society? But then we sit here and we have to listen to shit, create things like mansplaining, which is a sexist concept to begin with, or oh God forbid, manspreading. You bring up shit like that to the table to demonize men, but we're supposed to sit there and go, oh, let's give you more shit. So I'll say this: Would schools shut down because the majority of women majority of teachers are women? Absolutely. Would there be certain things that would shut down because women make up the majority of it? Absolutely. Some social programs, things like that. Do it for a week. Kids get a week off. Social programs get backed up, but all right. Now let's have to all the men out there. Why don't we have a men's strike? We'll do it for May 8th, or we'll do it on Men's Day. Wait, hold on. There isn't a National Men's Day, is there? Huh. Eh, we'll do it in a month. Now I doubt many people would participate because men would find it stupid and still do their fucking jobs. But let's say that men on March, or sorry, not March 8th. Let's say on May 8th, men decide to take a strike from work. How do you think society is going to really fare? Let's be honest. If women take a day off or take a week off, how do you think society is really going to fucking cope with it? Will there be a little bit of hardships? Absolutely. Some schedules will have to be rearranged. Some things will suck. But society will continue, believe it or not, just fucking fine. But if men fucking turn around and give up for a week and go on strike for a week, I promise you society will grind to a halt. Not because women haven't had plenty of time get into positions of power, it's because they choose not to bid in specific positions. They don't want to be crawling under the house to fix a furnace. They don't want to be attached to a giant lightning rod, some 20 feet in the air on a pole in the middle of winter or after a storm. They don't want to be out in the middle of an isolated oil rig, basically on a giant freaking bomb waiting to go off. They don't want to be roofing in the middle of July. Trying to pull up hundreds of pounds of slabs of freaking shingles in the middle of a 100-degree heat wave. Women don't want to be wading, waist deep in sewage underneath someone's house just so their lives so that the homeowners' lives are better and their health is not at risk. So don't give me this crap that you're oppressed when society bends to your every damn woman as it is. That when you already have it better than any man that you'll ever realize. The only reason things have gotten this far is because men have tolerated it. Men love you. Men want you to be happy. So instinctually we protect you. And instinctually we let this continue. Because we don't want to interfere and we don't want to be called names and we want you to like us. But eventually we will reach a breaking point. Eventually we will realize how shitty we have it as a whole. And we will fight back. So enjoy right now your marches. Enjoy your entitlements. Enjoy everything that you think that makes you feel oppressed. Because when this shit comes full circle, it's not going to be the same place that you started from, I assure you. So either wise the fuck up and face reality or face the consequences. Because it will come in one form or another. Cannot continue this forever. We will not, and when I say we, I mean anyone with a damn lick of common sense, will not be in goose step lock formation to your fucking fascist march into an Orwellian hell. There will be blowback. There will be consequences. If you truly want equality, you're going to have to take the shit that comes with it. You don't just get the benefit. You don't get to just cherry pick. You're going to take more time in jail. You're going to take less rights when it comes to child custody. You're going to take the more dangerous jobs. You're going to take the more boring, shitty jobs. You're going to take the science jobs. You're going to take the political jobs. You're going to be roofing in the middle of July, and you're going to be in the trench with your face covered with mud, holding an M4, defending your freedoms. This is thoughts from the mentally ill.